So I have a 2018 Ford Expedition. We noticed a sound that it sounded like sloshing back and forth just on the side below the passenger seat here. And the carpet was getting wet. We realized it smelled like windshield wiper fluid, so I went looking for the leak. It didn't seem like it was coming from up front, so I pulled off these trim panels here, and it turned out as I followed there's a corrugated plastic line that runs from the front, runs through the back to get to the rear windshield wiper. And so as I followed this hose along, right down in here, it had gotten crimped down in here and was leaking. And so basically it siphoned all of the windshield wiper fluid out of the front reservoir and filled all along this. So anytime we'd stop or go, that fluid would slosh back and forth. And so what I ended up doing was I removed the kick plates here, so I was just able to pull those up. They had some quick clips. I had to pull this off. Initially, there's one screw holding the electronics in here, and the junction is right back behind here. And so that helped to pull that one screw out, and then it gave me a little play there. But these just have a little clip. I'll show you the old one here. So it's just a little clip that goes up on there, and to take it off, see, it's oval. So if you just squeeze those, that makes it round, and it pulls right off the other end. The other end looks like this. So it's the same type of fitting on both sides, but you just have the different ends of the connector on each end of the hose. And so the biggest problem was getting to this one back in the back. Again, you can see how it runs along here. There's little clips along the way that just pop right in to some holes here. So I just went along and popped those out. And then, but this was a hard part. So what I ended up having to do was come up, and I pulled off this upper section for where the seatbelt is. Let me pop that seat down a little bit. And so you can pull that out, just get your fingers behind it and just give it some good force, and it'll pop. It has clips along there. I did lose one clip. It stayed in the metal here and then popped down inside the frame. So I'll have to either replace that or just let it go. So from there, then it was kind of tough. But what did I end up finding is right here, there's a little handle kind of space. But back behind a plate there's two screws down here. But in order to get that plate off, I had to come in from the inside, and I used a screwdriver. So here's that plate. And you can see that it's got some clips on the back of it. And so what I had to do was come in back here with the screwdriver, and those clips sit right inside of these holes. So I was just able to push one in and then the other, and that plate popped out and exposed the holes for these two screws right here. Here's one of them. And I believe, if I remember right, I just buried my socket. I believe it was a number 7. Let's see if I can, yeah, 7mm socket that pulled those out. Once you've got that out, this hose, it's connected. It just has a little clip right here. You can just pop that clip off, the screwdriver or something, and then the hose comes back around, back behind these, and then comes up. And then there's it's hard to see. There's a rubber hose there that it clips into. There's just a little clip right there, and you can get a screwdriver under that. Sorry, I'm gonna do this all one-handed. Video it. But you can just pop this clip right here. Maybe I'll pop clamp it real quick off camera. There we go. And once you get that popped loose, and then you can, again, you'll find that oval clip down there where my fingers are. If you just squeeze that with some pliers or something, that will release the two hoses. And then I found it was easiest just to take that new hose and fish it up this way first, up here, and connect it in, and then work my way back towards the front. Another area that I was getting hung up was getting it down here past the beam here between the front and back seats. So again, with that trim panel, you can just pull on that and pop that off to expose that. And so that corrugated hose runs kind of under some carpet here. Just work your way. It's got the clips on that corrugated hose, and so it'll get caught off and on, but just work your way, work it up through the front, and until you get to that front, you're able to connect it again. And then once you have that connected, you can just put your clips in and get everything settled back in where it goes. So I hope that helped everyone. The biggest thing I had a hard time with was knowing exactly where this extension clipped into the rear hose, and so fortunately I was able to find it back here. But you don't need to take off all of your back trim if that's your issue. So again, hopefully that helps someone, and good luck, and that's it.